Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Welcome to the Worst of Avil Graves DVD. I am your host. I am Avil Graves. For those of you who didn't know, thank you for buying. There is that son of a bitch, Ron Zombie. Let me be clear. Yes, he's a friend of mine, an acquaintance. Never actually gone to his house. We've never personally done anything other than fight each other and drink at bars afterwards. I don't know. That's a pretty good relationship. Acquaintances, friends being what they are. Can I say it's a capacity crowd? Well, it's a decent show for a rainy day, let me tell you that. Now, interesting story to tell. This match should have was required by the president of Defiant Pro Wrestling to be Jason Knight versus Ron Zombie. Ron Zombie was ready to wrestle Jason Knight on a shoot. This was legit. Jason decided about 15 minutes prior to change the whole thing and make me, his son, go out and wrestle Ron Zombie. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm down for a good time. But normally people have time to prepare for a chain match. You know, being tied between one man and another through the use of chain link is a little discerning usually. Jason Knight, what a veteran. Regardless of what people think about anybody, I've never heard a bad thing uttered about him. Right now, Jason and Ron are motherfucking each other back and forth. Ron's egging Jason to get in the ring. Jason is obviously having none of it. Now on a shoot, Jason was hurt. I've seen Jason wrestle hurt. It's ugly because he will defend himself and he will hurt somebody else, especially if they try to take advantage of him. So, to be perfectly honest, Ron's got respect for Jason, but I was fed to Ron, and by God, I didn't mind. But like I said before, normally people have time to prepare for such things.
I'll give you all 30 seconds to go to the back and change.
Zombie wants 30 seconds of explanation.
I know it's going to go hard. Jerry, you're dropping on your head. It has nothing to do with me.
Jason had hurt Ron in a prior match. And like I said, there is respect for each other. But still an awful lot of motherfuckery going on. Ron still thinks at this time that he's actually going to fight Jason. I'm not exactly sure if anybody actually told Ron that he was going to have a different opponent. Right now outside, you've got a torrential downpour, a rain that canceled a festival in town, but yet all the people still showed up just to watch a wrestling match. That was the nicest part of the night, is that what should have been thousands of people wound up being a few hundred people. It didn't matter because the rest of the town got rained out, and we still had people who showed up at our show, which was, again, an amazing day.
Especially a little simple stories about a bitch like you. However, What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk away and I'm going to fight another day. And I promise to you and each
Jason Knight saying that he's going to live to fight another day. Fans obviously not getting behind Jason Knight, not liking what he's got to say. Ron Zombie seems to have control of the ring and the fans of the hearts of the fans, rather, I should say.
So tonight in my place, I introduce my son, Avil Graves.
And there I go, trying to please dear old dad. As you can see, I was told 15 minutes prior that everything changed. You're gonna go have a chain match with Uncle Ron Zombie. Okay. Thanks, fans. Thanks, fans. All the years of me being loyal to you, and all it takes is my father backing out of a match so that I can go ahead and have one. That's very kind of all of you to remember. Here we go, folks. I'm pissed. I'm pissed because it was dropped on me last second. I'm pissed because I had no time to prepare. I'm pissed because my frenemy wants to hurt somebody and he doesn't care who. Talk about your burnt bridges, folks. A lot of them were burned that night. Here we are, match underway. I still think there are rules. I still think there are rules. What do I know? Ref's telling me absolutely not. So, I leave. Son of a bitch brings me back in, just like the business. Swing and a miss, but he doesn't matter. He capitalizes with a couple of knees to my head and my chest. Again, I run out. I'm unprepared. I don't want this. He pulls me back in. It's the first shot with that chain, and boy, did that hurt. I remember that one. That didn't feel good either. Ron taking the chain and smashing it into my forehead. Again, let me tell you, folks, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. For those of you out there thinking, pro wrestling is, well, whatever you want to think these days. But when you wrap a chain around your fist and you punch your buddy in the head, that's what happens. Quick to try and capitalize, but again, I've just been punched in the head 4 or 5 times. Quickly. Yes, I'm going to use that chain. Yes, I'm going to try to do whatever I can to stop the attack. Again, I have respect for the man I'm in the ring with, but I got to tell you, he was out for blood that night, and he got it. That's right. I told you I'd use the chain. I'm trying to end this quick. I remember being here. I'm trying to end this quick. At this point, I'm wrapping the chain around his face and trying to just cause him the same pain that I'm in. I'm not thinking very clearly. I know that. Body can do a lot of great things, but unconsciously still, lose blood. Adrenaline's pumping, everything changes. He sat on my head.
That'd be cool if that was like the non-zombie that made the movie.
Yes, quick thinking. Quick thinking by my likes. Presence of mind. Be aware of your surroundings. And again, I'm trying to end it quick. I go right to the choke. I'm not trying to out-wrestle a man who's 100 pounds my senior. I'm trying to end it quick. Again, blood loss. Brain starts to think differently. Judo Gene LaBelle, learn how to choke, kid. That's where we're at. And yes, I was really hitting him hard as I could with those chains. I think he had some kidney issues later that night. Shining Wizard at the back of the head. You couldn't see it, but my toe felt it. We're about 11 minutes into the whole match, 5 minutes into the actual wrestling, give or take. And that is disgusting. It's hard to watch yourself do that sometimes, especially when you don't remember being there. I bet that hurt. This is just brutal. She's waiting. Oh, God. I think I remember that now. Watching this for the first time in many years, I think I remember that now. Ron Zombie dragging a corpse out into the fan seats. Ron Zombie, what are you gonna do? Oh. I think Ron took a piece of that himself. I'm not having any of this, but he's trying. Oh, son of a bitch, he gets it over anyway. I'm not exactly sure how much blood I've lost at this point, but Ron Zombie is still in control of this match. Jason egging me on, the father figure that he is, trying to make me harder, and he does. When I see Jason's face, it makes me fight harder. Reversal, into a reversal. It's a desperation move, but it's what I had. And the blood bond that we have, brotherhood, father, son, and the deranged one, Uncle Zombie. Here we go, folks. I'm trying to bring him back in the ring because I know I can't end the match outside the ring. I have to finish him inside. We're still attached by chains, and now I'm desperate. I'm looking for something. I can't even see. There's blood in my eyes. I remember that. Has anybody actually ever seen the bright color crimson red when they open their eyes because they're blind with blood? That moment I remember very vividly. There was so much blood I couldn't see my own life. Well, at least I've got the crowd behind me now. Jason trying to set up a table with me. I don't know what Jason was thinking. The worst setup to try and put a table in the ring. Not gonna lie. But we got it. Satisfied enough. We got it in there. Thanks, Pop. At this point, the chain has become undone, untethered from Ron. Ron's tired. I'm tired. He got hurt. I think a little bit of that jump off the bleachers wound up hurting him pretty bad. Ron's about 10 years my senior, so all things considered. And I just hardway him over. I'm not playing around anymore. I want to end this. And I thought that was it. I thought I drilled his head in. I am desperate for a pin. I was too slow, so I barely got a 1 count. Again, I go back to the use of the chain. I'm the only one connected to the chain, so I've got a weapon right now, whereas Ron does not. I put the brakes on quickly, and it didn't matter. I don't know if that was a desperation move or if it, gee, look at the blood that just smeared down the side of that table. I don't know if that was a desperation move or if Ron had planned that and knew what he was doing, but ladies and gentlemen, I believe this was a first person to go through the tables match wins. Again, I haven't watched this match in God, over 8 or 10 years, so I don't know. Ron picks me up and holds me and drops me on my head, thanks. I'm out at this point. I have no remembrance of this whatsoever. I don't remember Ron moving the table or where the table was. Referee Vinny, what a stellar individual, an absolute hands down great guy to be around. Except in this match, and there I go fighting again using that chain. I whip him in the back of the knee, back of the calf, and now I'm attacking. Again, I'm fighting for my livelihood, I'm fighting for my father, I'm fighting for the company. I told you folks, I don't remember what happened after this. I don't know why I was climbing that table. Ron with a couple of jabs, stopping me. And folks, that's it. This is what happened when you're unconscious from blood loss. This is what happens when someone says, hey, you're in a chain match with Ron Zombie 15 minutes before you're supposed to go out and have a little pat-pat with somebody, you know? So saith, here's the truth. This is the worst of Avil Graves. Psycho Mike Osborne, thank God somebody cared to come to my rescue. Psycho Mike Osborne just starts obliterating Ron Zombie after this. Ron's got absolutely nothing on Psycho Mike. Psycho Mike, I hope you're still alive. I hope you're still around. Where are you, sir? I might just ask you to come tag with me again. If it wasn't for Psycho Mike, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know what Ron would have done after the match. I don't know what Jason would have done after the match. Psycho Mike had had enough. He just decided to come out and stop this bullshit. Ron Zombie fighting for his life now. Jason trying to call off the monster. I bet Jason had this plan the whole time. I had no idea. But thank God he did. Jason, being the wise veteran that he was, had a few tricks up his sleeve. Just in case I did take the fall, he knew how to bring the army down. Jason Knight whispering probably something sick and sadistic into Ron Zombie's ear. Psycho Mike just not giving up. Psycho Mike taking the life and the breath right out of Ron Zombie. Again, folks, I'm laying unconscious in the middle of the ring. I have no idea what's going on around me. Dark hooded cloaked figure walks slowly to the ring, and I'm not even aware that I'm in a ring right now. The man known as Natus. Big Jim Sullivan just clotheslines me from hell right out of my boots again. I barely come to my senses to see a black cloaked hooded figure wondering what's going on. Well, someone had to come to Ron's aid. Think the dark forces Psycho Mike Osborne came to mind. There I go. What do you want from me? This is your fault. I felt like a sacrificial lamb that night. But that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Avil Graves, always your consummate anti-hero. We've got a few issues going on. Jason can't believe the words coming out of Zombie's mouth. You've got a tired, blood-soaked Ron Zombie and a fresh, new-faced Big Jim Sullivan, also known as Natas. Ring announcer winds up taking a table to the ankle. I don't even remember that. I don't know how I'm still standing. I honestly don't remember any of this. The last thing I remember was seeing red, like I had aforementioned. Big Jim Sullivan standing strong in the middle of the ring, not letting anyone get to Ron Zombie. The crowd on their feet, begging for this tag team match to happen right now. I'm in absolutely no shape or form. Ron Zombie upset, visually upset, obviously upset. I mean, he won the match, but he certainly doesn't feel like a victor. And Jason just admiring, staring down the barrel of a gun, admiring what he's caused, what he's done. The chaos ensued. The controversy started. I'm still wondering how I'm standing, and thank God I've got Psycho Mike Osborne. And Jason just staring down Ron Zombie, letting him know that he's still in charge. What an amazing display of emotion from all of us. I don't know, folks. I couldn't have it any other way. It doesn't matter who you're in the ring with. Jason Knight just disrespecting the referee. Jason Knight disrespecting all the referees. Well, he employs them. He can do whatever he wants. And Big Jim Sullivan decides to start walking us out with the chair. So let's take a discretion is the better part of valor, folks.